Don't babble on, Dale.
I don't babble on. When do I babble on?
You do babble on.
All right.
This is fantastic news. We have 3 months until we see Cobra Kai season 3. The other good news, they've signed on for season 4. They obviously know they've got a good thing, and they want to make sure they get it going good. And 14 weeks from today is the day, Friday the 2nd of October, when the announcement hits. I didn't really expect, I hoped we would get early January, but I didn't really expect it would happen. Fantastic. The trailer, my God, what an exciting trailer. I would like to take a look at it again.
What did you think would happen?
What the hell happened to Johnny? They're at his place, possibly right outside of Carmen's. I can't tell if they're outside of his place or if they're outside of Carmen's. Because this could very well be, well, I mean, you take a look at Johnny and you think, how do you get the two black guys and the cut on his forehead? Well, could it have been Carmen? She's happy. She's not exactly happy with him right now. It's unlikely. I think it's unlikely that this is a scrap between Daniel and Johnny. He says, what did you think would happen? Whether he's talking about the fight, which we're almost certainly thinking of, but what if he's referring to, what if Daniel's saying, what did you think was going to happen as a result of whatever happened to Johnny here, whatever fight this is, however he got his ass kicked? Because he looks like he really got his ass kicked. I imagine this is probably Daniel asking him, what did you think was going to happen, however he got beat up? Maybe he visited Kreese, had a run-in with Kreese, or maybe he had a run-in with Carmen, and he just took it. He looks distraught. He looks lost. That's a possibility. Who knows? I'm all full of speculative nonsense. Why is Johnny in jail? My first thought, does he have the cut on the forehead? He certainly got the two black eyes and looking rough. I suspect he went drunk driving. That could have been what happened as far as him getting the cut on his forehead. But maybe he's visiting his son. One of the other YouTubers I took a look at, where I got all this information from, where I got the delightful announcement. He says it's clearly that he's in a cell. There's a guy behind him right over here. And whatever this is on the wall, maybe this is a waiting area where they're waiting to see. I don't know. It seems likely that Johnny is behind bars and not in front of them. But you never know. I'm keeping an open mind as far as that's concerned. Almost certainly Daniel in the present, wherever he is. Is that his house or is that Okinawa? Is that somewhere else? Sam and Amanda in the hospital? Presumably, one presumes they're visiting Daniel. Pardon me. One presumes they are visiting Miguel, and she is distraught. She's wrecked. And Amanda has determination in her eyes, holding her daughter, knowing that her husband has a role, a disconnected role, but a role nonetheless in the events that happened at the end of season 2. Okay, Sam. Not sure what she's looking like that for. It almost looks like a publicity photo. And it looks more like Sam as we expect her to actually be, because I think when they filmed this, it was earlier this year. I believe that's what it was, or late the previous year. And she's about 2021, maybe even 22 right now. I just assume she's dressed a little differently than a typical high school girl. Certainly the kind of high school girl Sam actually is. Okay, without putting too fine a point on it, she looks kind of trashy. Well, finally, Robbie doesn't have that lousy haircut anymore, but that's because juvenile detention center. He's locked up. He looks a little cold. He looks a little hard. What indeed? How long is he in there? He's really going to take the rap for this? He really put him over the edge, of course. So he needs something. He needs to pay for something. But how long is he going to be in? Tori does not look like she's in the lockup. There was some kind of write-up. There was some kind of news that she gets out somehow of wherever she presumably should be going. So whether she's been in juvie and gets out, she gets out at the beginning of the season, she gets out during the beginning of the season. Her hair looks a little different. She's looking like she's going to go clubbing. Can't quite figure out what the location is, but the first thing that comes to mind is some kind of a club, some kind of maybe a school party. Hard to tell. Well, here's our man. The mohawk seems to be less thin on top and more volcano. And is he looking down shocked or angry, waiting to go after whoever that is? My mind goes to Dimitri, but who knows who he's going after. His moon tattoo, is that not the Grim Reaper? Did he turn the moon into the Grim Reaper? That's got to be the Grim Reaper. He's turned his affections from moon to death. It's very dark. So Kreese is looking a little rough. This is where I suspect there's been a fight between Kreese and Johnny. The result of that is obviously the two of them rough each other up pretty bad. But we're only speculating. Again, this could be the result of a fight with somebody else, while Johnny could have those injuries from the result of a car accident. Well, maybe Kreese got this from a car accident. I doubt it. And who knows if it's at the time of this fight that he receives those injuries, or if they are before whatever this scene is. Okay, Johnny Lawrence. He's got that cut and he's in the hospital. Seeing Miguel. Is he going to see, is that the sight, is that the expression of hope or fear? Did he just see Miguel wake up? Or is there a flutter of life? What are we going to get? Yeah, poor Miguel. And the heartbeat and the EKG monitor, I believe that's what that is. Jesus, he looks like a little baby. He looks so young. Well, he is young. But what we want, we don't want him just making a cameo before he dies and then having a season full of flashbacks. That'd be no good. I don't think they can do that. I don't think they can. Miguel can't die. He's too good of a character. It's too central to the whole story, and he's part of the lifeblood of the series. Johnny, yes, certainly is, but it's his connection with Johnny. I think it's Miguel's connection to Johnny that is the lifeblood of the series, at least one of the legs on the stool. He could not. It's just a matter of how long it takes before he is revived. Would that be the beginning of the first episode? The end of the first episode? The beginning of the second episode? I think they've got to do it as a cliffhanger. I think the good news must come. The good news has to come at the end of the first episode. Everyone's going to watch to see what happens. They got to play that out. It's got to have a little more play. No surprise, he at least wakes up at one point. Is this a fake out? Is he going to just fall into a coma? He wakes up and falls back into a coma? They could do anything. They're telling us what they want to tell us. Yeah, that's the good news. January the 8th. There was a fleeting moment There was a fleeting idea when I heard they're saying, oh, it'll come out to us in 2021. Well, maybe they're saying 2021, but it's got to come out quick. It's got to come out soon. They're doing a lot of pushing right now. The past 30 days, they've been, or more than 30 days. Well, the past month, they've really pushed for publicity. Well, they've got it. Everyone who saw this on YouTube has been saying, see, I told you so. You should have been watching. It was wonderful to see so many people take to this series the way that I did when it started, the way so many people did when it started. But obviously, a small audience. Netflix will get a larger audience, and that's fantastic. That's what this needs: a great, big, wide audience. Please scatter this series to the wind. Everyone, come and collect. Very good. What do we got now? Well, and of course, there's Season 4 in training. They've just announced it. You can find the publicity, not a publicity shot, but there is a Zoom conference call with the makers and principal characters, a good chunk of them, most of them, and the screenshot. The screenshot is everyone happy after the announcement, the reaction shot to the announcement that Season 4 is signed. So now they've got to do the work. Now they've got to start writing. Now they've got to start pre-production. They must know a little bit of what they want to do, but now is the nitty-gritty. I am so pleased by this. It's been so difficult to produce some of these other videos. I haven't gotten them out the kind of speed that I want, and I'm having trouble getting some of this done without obstructions. I'm getting my legs as I go along here. So when this turned up, I've got to throw this together. I got to throw it out there. I hope you're all as excited as I am. I assume that is the case. Go check out some other YouTubers, some folks that do a lot of speculation. Watch Party. I'm sure and if anyone is watching this, they probably know about Watch Party. But if you don't, take a look at his videos. Some very interesting analysis, and it seems to be very well reasoned. And until then, go back and watch a couple of episodes. I most certainly am going to watch the entire season 1 and 2. Probably around Christmas time, but am I going to watch it beforehand? Hell yeah! I got to get this under my belt a few more times. I never tire of it. It is phenomenal. I've been telling friends of mine, I've been telling coworkers, I've been telling family members, anybody who will listen, and even those that I can pull on their sleeve. One of the best series I've seen in a long time, and it's the best new series I've seen in quite some time. Go ahead and take The Mandalorian. That's got promise. This is the series for me. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate your attention. Folks, you take care. We'll see you next time.